Hi guys, it's Uga and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be talking to you about 8 2021 releases that are worth checking out. So this is basically, I read a lot of 2021 releases that I think that a lot of people didn't talk about, some of them more than others, but there are 8 that I think that are totally worth checking out even in 2022. So I'm here to discuss a little bit about them. And I think it's time to start them. I don't have any particular order or love with it. I'm just going with the top of my mind from the 8 that I picked. The first one is Missing Pieces by Tim Weaver. This is a mystery thriller, definitely more a thriller, and it's a very atmospheric one, perfectly for winter, autumn, because it's set on this island that is closed during winter, and our main character has to survive to try to escape from the killer that tried to kill her at the beginning of the book. The book is set between the present and the past. Each chapter is going to intercom between knowing what happened to her and knowing how she's going to overcome what she is now. So it's a fun, very interesting, the reasons and everything about the book, the atmosphere, the idea of the concept of being a trap island for months, searching the way she holds herself, doing, being alone in that harsh condition. I think it was perfect. The book is very well written and I love Tim Weaver, so it's definitely a book to check it out. The second one is Down Comes the Night by Alison Shaft, and it was her debut novel. She has a book coming out in March as Fall Wilder Magic, something like that. I got an article on NetGalley, the publisher sent me specifically. And Down Comes the Night is this gothic winter atmospheric novel. Our main character Rin, I think I'm not mistaken by the name, has this healing power that is connected to science too, and she's basically thrown away from the army because she disobeyed her queen, and the queen is her aunt. She is very bad treated on the empire that she is from. So she receives this letter from this lord who says that if she heals the person that he has there, he is considered to do an alliance with the queen. But when she arrives there, she sees that the man who she has to heal is the public enemy of the kingdom, of the queendom in this case, and she has going to this, should I help him or not? Maybe I'll see it as a traitor. But there's also some romance in part. The magic is very interesting. The scenario, the house, the mystery, there's some twists during the long. It's a very well written book and I totally recommend to you. If you like this more atmospheric, more low magic system, but very well designed to be unique, and a story that it doesn't seem so straight as it seems. Another book from 2021 that I really loved and I think it's worth checking out is The Last Thing to Burn by Will Dean. This is another thriller, and it's about this woman who is made captive on this farm in England. She's from, I don't want to say long, but I think she's from Thailand, or I know she's from Asia, but I believe it's Thailand or Taiwan. I don't know, but I believe it starts with a T. But she's kept in there because she believes her sister's having a good life, and she's very well treated. She almost have a foot very destroyed. She's constantly being hit by the husband if she doesn't do things right. If she tries to escape, he burns one of her belongings, and all of the things that have her identity. Things start to change when she gets pregnant and she sees a way to escape, or another person. It's a very heavy and stressing novel, very well written. The action is on the edge, you're always scared for her, and you have this narration I don't like him, he's a bad guy. I loved it. Everything on this book is perfection. The end is like mwah. I loved it. That's why I captivated him so much on William. Was like, it was so good and so well written that I was like, I don't need anything more. It's perfect. It was perfect. It was so fast that, perfection. A thriller has to be like this. To be mwah. A romance that I have a recommendation for you, it is As Far As You'll Take Me by Phil Stamper. This is an LGBTQ romance between, I believe he's Martin. He's coming out from the States to London to live because he's got into this music school. or his parents think. He lied and he doesn't got into school, but he's gonna live there to try to get away from his religious family, who doesn't accept him as gay when he came out, although his cousin came out as gay at the same time, and our aunt was very open it, so he comes to live with his cousin. The aunt is not at home, so it's a very interesting book because it's going to be the discovery of Martin as a gay man and what his first love, and understand what he likes to do in terms of music. It has a very heavy musical content. I really love the book. I really like the characters. The main friendship is very interesting because I felt a lot of that on my own friendship, so I think it's very well done, and I'm really excited to pick another book for Billy Stumper because it was very good and you definitely should check it out. I could not recommend the book for my favorite author, of course, and it's I Wish You Were Here by Jodi Picoult. Wish You Were Here, it's not a book for everyone, definitely. It's a book that you have, if you're triggered by the pandemic, you should not read it because it's focused on the pandemic. We have our main character who is going to Galapagos to get proposed, but her husband or fiance to be is a doctor, so he has to stay in New York to take care of the small virus that people don't think is too bad. And she, not to lose the money, she says to go to the Galapagos, and she goes, but she ends up being in lockdown and she cannot leave the island. And while she's there, she starts to level her life, see what she really likes, see what she really should enjoy of her life. It's not just work, it's not just building a career, build a family, like so planned, it's more chill. The description of the Galapagos is so beautiful that there is a twist in the middle that would make you or angry or and love it. So it's a very high to love, but it's a very good one. I don't see that coming. And then the rest of the novel is just it's about COVID, definitely. You see the descriptions of her fiance on the hospital, people dying and dying and dying about, because this was the beginning, no vaccine, no treatment, and it was afflicting because that was the reality, and there are still people denying, and it really revolted me. But it's definitely a good book if you want to check in a book that is real, that is contemporary of this time. Definitely my pick for Jodi, although she has many others that are contemporary. We moved to another romance, and this was 1500 Miles from the Sun by Johnny Garzavilla. This is also a LGBTQ book. I believe it's I know it's a Latin family. We have our main character who on New Year's Eve, I believe, gets drunk and he sends on Twitter that he comes out as gay, although his father doesn't approve. And then you have the problem with university, with his sister who tries to support him, the friends. He's connected with this boy that lives on the other coast, 1500 miles from the main character, and start to bond and form this relationship at a distance, and then they meet. It's a very good story, and in the end you see, and that's what I like more of the story, is that it's not perfect, it's real, and that's what I like the most, because it was totally real. It's not just a perfect ending. This one is not be a surprise, everyone reads about this book. It's Iron Widow by Sharon J. Zhao, one of the most loved books of 2021. The book is very good. I really like, although I have some nitpicks in some parts, I really have strong feelings about this book. I'm really excited to see the sequel. I'm really excited to continue this story and to continue to see what's going to happen to these characters, what's going to be in this world. Iron Widow is about this dystopian futuristic world where aliens invaded China, and we have to fight with some chrysalides, which are big machines that are powered up between a man and a woman. Usually to power up more, they have to extract the woman's energy and end up killing her. The men are considered heroes, the women are considered less creatures, and it comes to this main character, Xintian, who comes to destroy the patriarchy by killing the first pilot that she pilots with, which was the pilot who killed her sister, and everything involves from there to this big war, big giant mecha, very cinematic, very, very good. The last one, it's also a new release, and it was released in almost the end of the year, and it's Little Things by Margaret Owen. I haven't read any book by Margaret Owen yet, but this one was very good. This is a goose girl retelling, and we have our main character Vanya, who steals the life of the princess that she was courting with, and now she wants to run away because she's the goddaughter of Death Goddess and the Fortune Goddess, and she has to make a choice between one of the two to serve for their life. But she doesn't want, so she's trying to steal money or steal jewels, make money to leave the town. But two things happen. The fiance from the princess that she was stealing her life was coming back, and the marriage is on the loose. And she also was cursed by an ocean god to become what she greed more, which is jewels. And everything about it, there is a boy who is a magician, who is trying to catch the thief that she is. She's trying to live her life as the Princess Giselle, trying to get away from that marriage, which is very complicated. Also, trying to break the curse, everything. The book is very good. I really like the character. I really like the story. I don't feel it would need a sequel. I don't know what the sequel is going to be, but it's already appeared on Goodreads. Let's see. I think the book has ended perfectly. I totally recommend. If you like this fairy tale retelling with some magic and creatures and old gods, definitely a very good pick for you. So guys, these were my 8 books from 2021 that are worth checking out. I hope you guys like it. If you like this content, don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe. It's very important to promote the content and to help the algorithm promote our content. Also, I have affiliate links below if you want to support this channel monetarily. It doesn't have any cost for you. I have for Booktube Story, Blackwells, and Waterstones. Just use them when you buy your books and I'll get some part of it, and you don't have to spend any more money. So it's a win-win for all of us. I also have a Ko-fi if you want to support with Buy Me a Coffee, and I also have a wish list if you want to send in any treats out there. I have some gummies that I really like, some books, and all that stuff. You know, all the jazz. I post videos every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. I also have live reading sprints on Fridays, 9 p.m. GTN, and I see you guys there in my next video. Bye!